The first blow. The galaxy had long whispered of the Devourers. Not humans, not Terrans, not Earth. No, those were just names on trade charts, worlds on star maps. The Devourers were something else entirely, a myth, a story whispered in alien courts, a predator that consumed entire systems when provoked. For centuries, those stories remain just that, stories, tales to frighten children of lesser species into obedience. But the Dravari did not believe in myths. They believed in power, and power, they thought, was theirs alone. When they descended upon the colony of Sirion III, they came not as thieves, but as conquerors. The Dravari flagship unleashed its bombardment with laughter in their throats, their crimson banners blazing across the void. Human cities burned in silence below, the soil churning to glass under plasma fire. Whole families vanished in an instant, their screams muted by the vacuum of space. The aliens broadcast the slaughter to every channel. They wanted witnesses. They wanted humanity broken. In the council chambers of the Dravari overlords, one of their generals sneered. Humans speak of patience, patience. Then let them be patient as their colonies burn. Their so-called unity will fracture. Their silence will be their grave. They celebrated, they boasted, and across the stars the galaxy believed them. The mockery. The Dravari war hosts feasted on victory, drinking in the fear of their rivals. On every relay, they replayed the executions of captured Terran envoys, bound and mocked before alien crowds. Earth is weak, they said. Earth is fragile. Earth hides behind treaties, behind civility, behind words and art and song. They are prey who mistake themselves for predators. Alien courts nodded in agreement. For what was humanity compared to the centuries-old dynasties of war? The galaxy's predators had bloodied their teeth on countless species. Humans, with their fragile bodies and stubborn words, were nothing more than another future subject. The galaxy laughed. But on Earth silence reigned. No counterattack, no declarations. Only silence. It unnerved some. And then it terrified all. The breaking silence. The first sign came not in battle, but in song. A frequency carried across star lanes, layered into civilian transmissions. At first it was mistaken for static. Then voices emerged. Human voices. A melody older than most stars, woven from sorrow and wrath alike. The words were incomprehensible to alien ears, but the tone cut like a blade across the cosmos. It was mourning, it was fury. And beneath it, one phrase, translated perfectly across every tongue. We warned you not to wake us. On the colony worlds of lesser species, comm stations fell quiet. Pilots turned off their relays, as though hearing the song meant death. Even the arrogant Dravari felt unease. But still they boasted. Humans sing, then let them sing their funeral dirge. They did not understand what followed. The rise of the Devourers. When the silence broke, it broke with fire. From the void of Sol, fleets emerged, ships vast enough to eclipse suns, their hulls layered with scars of wars Earth had never admitted to fighting. Dreadnoughts, painted not with banners but with black hulls that swallowed light. And behind them, smaller ships, countless in number, rising like a tide no wall could contain. Earth had not been idle. While the galaxy mocked, they had prepared. They had remembered every slight, every insult, every whisper of alien cruelty. Humanity's patience was vast, but patience was never peace. The first Terran fleet translated into Dravari space without warning. No hail, no demands. Only silence, and then annihilation. Devourers fleets scrambled to meet them, but their formations crumbled. Human dreadnoughts moved in perfect silence, their weapons cutting through battleships as though they were paper. Orbital fortresses fell within minutes, worlds darkened beneath the shadow of ships that blotted out the stars. Aliens who once mocked now whispered to each other. The Devourers are real, and they wear human faces. The war in fire. The galaxy had seen war before. Endless wars. Campaigns fought over centuries with attrition, sieges, truces, betrayals. But humanity brought something else entirely. They brought finality. When Earth's fleets moved, they did not leave survivors. When they struck, they did not merely wound, they erased. Devourers' strongholds vanished in storms of kinetic fire, asteroids hurled like God's own stones against planetary shields. Armies landed not as scattered brigades but as storms, soldiers falling from orbit in synchronized waves. The Devourers had laughed at human songs. Now those same soldiers marched into their capitals singing. Songs of old Earth, songs of war. Songs that spoke of vengeance paid in full. Alien generals who once sneered were dragged before human tribunals, their boasts read back to them word for word before their executions. Broadcasts of human victories spread faster than light, and across the galaxy, once mocking voices fell into silence. The Devourers, lords of conquest, screamed their fear into the void. They are not human, they are devourers, they will consume us all. And humanity answered with nothing but silence, then another strike. The climax of retribution. The final blow came at Devourers Prime. A world that had never fallen. A citadel planet wrapped in shields that had defied countless enemies. They believed themselves untouchable. But the humans did not come with siege fleets. They came with something worse. From the depths of their armories, Earth unleashed weapons the galaxy had never seen. Gravity lances that crushed warships into singularities, storms of engineered plasma that devoured fortresses in seconds. And above it all, a fleet formation so vast it eclipsed Devourers' twin suns. The humans did not speak. They did not offer terms. They sang. And as the song rolled over the planet, haunting, relentless, the bombardment began. Cities turned to molten seas. Towers fell like broken bones. The proudest of the galaxy's conquerors were reduced to ash. In that silence, in that annihilation, the galaxy saw the truth. Earth had always been patient. But their vengeance was infinite. Aftermath, whispers in the void. When it was over, the galaxy was quiet. The Devourers were no more. Their banners burned, their fleets erased, their names struck from the star maps. Survivors across the galaxy whispered in dread. They whispered not of humans, not of Earth. They whispered of the Devourers. Never provoke them. Never test them. They waited in silence until the song began, and then the stars themselves trembled. Alien courts erased every trace of mockery from their records. Diplomatic halls fell into reverent silence when human ambassadors entered. Traders lowered their eyes when human convoys passed. For once, the galaxy agreed on something. Earth was not weak. Earth was not prey. Earth was the storm waiting in silence, the vengeance cloaked in patience, the devourers who needed only a song to remind the stars of their power. And so it was said in whispers, across every system, in every tongue. Never provoke Earth again. Because the galaxy had learned. Humanity's patience is vast. But their vengeance is infinite.